Greetings once again, beloved multiversal soul familia. We are back again with a likely less awkward session with more comfortable attire. My goodness. That's what happens when I tap into the divine feminine aspects of myself when it's not something that's done in entirety very often. So, nevertheless, here we are back again with a little bit more composition with the cards. This one is going to be a bit different. We're beginning with Wisdom of the Hidden Realms because the basis and structure of this session is going to be all about what is going on in the hidden realms, including in our own environments, that is unbeknownst to us at this time. Now, don't get too excited for the drama because that is not where we are going with this session. So if you're coming here looking for drama, you likely came to the wrong place, and I can promise you you will find it elsewhere on social media, but you won't find it here. Thank you so very much in advance to each and every one of you for tuning in whenever you tune in, from wherever you tune in. So yes, this session is all about what's going on in the hidden realms. One thing I have not done in a while is break out some of my handwritten, intuitively written cards. And just so you know, there are some affirmations rather, as well as some familiar quotes that were placed on my heart to look up at specific times, which makes it still like intuitively led. All right. So there's more to be known, just like at that time when I followed my heart and looked up certain quotes and remembered or was minded in some other kind of way of the divine speaking through other people, other places, other things, other synchronicities. So we're going to dive a little bit more into that beginning now. I have several decks already out on the table, and I'm feeling guided to, beginning with today, energy coming in from the hidden realms, unbeknownst to us as the collective. I'm just trying to make sure that it's ethically shuffled on camera. There's several different ways I like to do that. Like such. Also being guided to not be too dramatic with the cards at this time. And also re-secure the table and be confident in doing so even with the camera still rolling. I had to change out table coverings. So here we go. Yes, you'll notice a little something different laying in front of me in this one. we're going to now do a proper traditional split into 4 piles, because 3 splits is actually 4 piles. 1, 2, 3. In threes. If you're doing it in threes, you actually end up with 4 piles. And then everything just multiplies from there. Yes. Here we go. What is currently going on in the hidden realms, unbeknownst to the collective at this time? Oh, and that hit the floor, so you know what that means. Beloveds, whether you are in the flow or not, it's coming to your door. As in door, D-O-O-R. I'm going to give it a pause and I'll be back in a flash. Okay. Interestingly enough, we were just discussing threes, and 3 cards landed together. So we have the Phoenix, the Prison Waif, and the Cosmos. All together at the same time. So there's only so many ways of interpreting this with the Prison Waif. And it's very like cut the fat, cut right to the chase. The collective is overcoming that lack mindset by surrendering to change and being open to windfalls, vast, ongoing windfalls of creativity. These transformations occurring within the collective at this time, I'm hearing right on time, every time. Just like when you see that famous spotlight in Gotham City. In the background, we have what looks like a bat in a halo or a beam of light. Bats. I would typically have already prepared a good understanding of the bat, excuse me, as a spirit animal, but for some reason, it's slipping my mind at the moment. Bat symbolism. Thought to bring great power when respected and appreciated. Okay. It's a sign that your higher self, excuse me, which interestingly enough pairs very well with the scenery. Like Batman, much like Batman, just have fun. You know, play with the ideal a little bit. A sign your higher self is helping you sharpen your sense of true seeing. With the Prison Waif falling second, I literally picked the cards up how they landed, like this, on top of each other. So, being that the Phoenix landed first, I would read that one first, and then the prison life, and then the cosmos. So, but what's happening here is these transformations are occurring regardless of how conscious we are of it. But the Phoenix is an extremely conscious being, and it hit the floor first, technically, and traditionally speaking. So the surrender occurs before the complete realization that it was time to overcome that lack mindset, that keeping oneself stuck kind of energy with just too much focus on lack instead of abundance. Like, the lack is the opposite of abundance. Getting in the way of abundance. The surrender to change occurred first, though. So, there's been this like melding that has been occurring. Think of this rolling, I think it's supposed to look like rocks, but from a distance, it almost looks like thunderclouds or smoke. Like I said, like with blurred vision from a distance without fully clear vision. The smoke of the Phoenix rising. It's like you had, past tense, your back to your own resurrection, so to speak, your own rebirth, perhaps, for better words. All right. And through these windfall, or through these changes in overcoming that lack mindset, this is where the magic happens. When we are in alignment with abundance and source, in comes the windfalls. And those are not no small potatoes. Yo, you good? Because what I see here are windfalls that are so vast, it's going to affect an entire city. But I'm being guided to say to not think of a city as what we know of as city landscapes in the between the 3 to 5D. As going in from 3 to 5D, to that landscape most certainly changes, beloveds. It's hard to explain. What I will say is that creativity is abundant. Windfalls so vast that it's benefiting entire communities. you already faced your fears. In such a way that it's like a internal landscape initiation, a beautiful crystalline cavern filled with personal growth. Interestingly enough, from end to end, it looks like bookends, with the red and then the indigo and the platinum, and at this end, okay, what was going on in between at this point is no longer even relevant, because from end to end we have two very different but still synchronistic forms of rebirth. This is the beginning, the initial, like, and I'm not saying the initial spark, but what is the flame without the oxygen here? The blue, the indigo, the wind falls. So working in tandem the entire time, the beginning and the middle, which at some point in time we realize that the beginning, the middle, and the end are all one. And although the collective isn't stuck here anymore, we do know God, sovereignty, and freedom. We are God, sovereign, and free. And then the book ends, become one. An increase, beloveds. An ascension of sorts. By transcending the false self. Out of here. And no matter where we got started, we're going to end up here. Dear loves, cosmic work to be done. But for now, there's more to be said about this particular card. We're going to focus on the personal growth and renewal, just as all three cards combined represent. All right, so the Phoenix. Where is my... I don't know where it went. There it is. The Phoenix. Number 29. Give me just one moment. There she is. Appearing as our ally to celebrate our journey and ensure our ultimate success. That's what I was saying. Beginning here, no matter when we began here, we're still going to get here. The ultimate success. This is true even if it appears that we've just passed through a metaphorical experience of death or are currently enduring a perception of failure in our lives. Death and rebirth are related when we enter the realm of the phoenix. Seen in this light, nothing truly dies, but rather changes from one ending directly into new beginnings. The phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rises up whole and new and even more powerful with every death it experiences. This could signal an end of a relationship or of a dynamic within one, or an end of a job, a project, and so on. And perhaps no failure is involved, but it's time for a complete overhaul of our circumstances. We may be tired of what we're doing, or maybe knowing intuitively that it's time to move on and try something new. Whatever the case, I believe that many of us have already been going through these transitions gradually, though, like steady winds. How would I put it? Like a trot, like we're just trotting along, trot, trot, you know? It's not a race. As a matter of fact, one of my biggest dreams is to rescue racehorses. Especially the ones that no one wants anymore and thinks that it would be better to just send them off to slaughter. And a long time ago, I went through a very terrible experience that I will not go into detail on. But just know I love horses so much. So much. And no matter what happened, I did not lose faith in my dream or, most importantly, our Creator. And we got through it. And here we are now, still holding on to that dream. The animal sanctuary, but also a place where people can go to and heal in numerous different ways, heal themselves in private even, or also interact with others and interact with the animals. So yeah, a rescue, not a zoo. Just saying. All right. Surrendering to these changes. The phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rising up whole and new and even more powerful. This could signal an end, but with endings come new beginnings, beloveds. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavor, for a rebirth is imminent. And since this came first, this is telling me that you surrendered to the flow and are doing away with this self-sabotage. 24/24 on the timer as I said that. So, something tells me that that number is going to be very relevant to what I just said. 24/24. We shall see. It's a good, very good sign in terms of love life. Also, what else? We are getting closer to achieving our goals. Inner peace, tranquility, spiritual growth and enlightenment, new beginnings, balance and harmony, spiritual alignment, positive changes, new opportunities, and good fortune. There it is. Confirmation of everything that's on the table by overcoming this one little thing. Self-sabotage. What we think about ourselves, what we say to ourselves, that internal dialogue is extremely important, beloveds. That's our God spark that it's like abusing authority. Excuse the heck out of me for saying so, but that is my opinion. Perhaps even only subjective to me, but the way that inner dialogue is to me like abusing that authority to know that you have that dialogue with yourself and you're still like promoting those low frequency, low level spirits. It's a no bueno, babes. Come on now. So I'm feeling led to just share a little bit of detail about this card because there is a positive message in this particular card, the prison waif. Because no matter how scary on a superficial level by reading that and wrapping your mind around it instead of your heart, you completely miss the actual interpretation because this card is actually an ally coming to remind us of the law of paradoxical intent. That our own self-sabotaging thoughts and hidden beliefs are in fact capable of preventing us from our higher good. But the surrender came first. You did it, light warriors. You did it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You might believe that you're doing all you can to manifest your reality, but perhaps you're giving in to thoughts such as the following. I can't do this. I'm unworthy. I'll fail, so I try. I don't deserve this. I'm unlovable. In fact, we're just going to crumple up those thoughts and release them to the wind. And in doing so, a cosmic wind comes in. Windfalls of an abundance and true prosperity and creativity. By grace and care. Whew. So this is of the mind type of isolation, beloveds. And we're transcending that. Because the good news is it means we have the key to let ourselves out. During this time of regeneration, addressing old beliefs that counter the hard work that we've put in. And we can even change them if we want to. Taking inventory of our thoughts. Realizing to an extent that the door was never locked on both sides. And we could just let ourselves out at any time. Even if it means like you need to just take your booty outside. Take off your shoes. 3113 on the timer. And do some earthing. Yes. Go. Take off your socks and your shoes and stand in the grass and tell Tara how much you love Tara. Not in a form of worship, but in appreciation and gratitude of that connectedness energetically. And believe me, if you say it with sincerity and confidence, your voice will be heard. Your voice will be heard. Get to know yourself that much more, beloveds. We weren't meant to get to know ourselves and then be like, oh, well, okay, that's it. Well, I guess that's it. Nice knowing you. No, beloveds. Oh my gosh, I meant to enter 3113 and I entered 1331. So we're going to go with it. And then we're going to... Source is taking over. And I just saw 3 more threes. Isn't that something? I told you there was something going on with the threes right now. We're in month 3. We're in March. Anyways, moving along. Yes. Staying optimistic concerning our plans and our destiny. Trust in our guides that we are about to have a positive impact on our lives. And we possess the ability to be successful. And we should not be discouraged from pursuing that which makes us happy, especially by others. But we're not on the topic of others now, are we? But again, this card comes as an ally, beloveds. An ally. It's time to let that sun shine in. Continue to do so, rather. Continue to do so. All 3 cards are allies. leading to, well, more work. Creative windfalls, though. Creative windfalls, creating even more windfalls. Enough to benefit an entire collective. Multiple collectives. Multiple collectives. Oh, wow. And I just took an even closer look. And not only is there like a spiritual, like Batman, Gotham type thing going on down here, but look, somewhere else on another timeline, they're mirroring us. Look at it. Wow. Sorry, I did not mean to make it. There we go. Y'all can see the ash under my fingernails from handling the tallow and the charcoal, and zero flux, zero flux, zero, zero, zero flux, zero flux, zero flux, zero. Actually, technically what I'm doing is fluxing, so I may want to just sit still. Zero flux giving. Zero flux given. Alright. Yes, somewhere on another timeline, some thing, some being, some collective, some stuff Amelia is mirroring us. Yes. Beautiful. And they're shining that light away from the moon, which is not necessarily a bad thing, not from what I'm interpreting. Because that's not, first of all, it's not the real moon, and the moon is not a rock. So, it's just a artistic interpretation of metaphors put into play in artistry. So it's like a way of saying the tides have turned in our favor, and what's most important here is not what the source looks like at all. But the feeling that comes from that source as it's all happening authentically and organically and according to divine time. Vastness, creativity. And so much more. I'm hearing abundance in multitudes of different forms and modalities, all equating to a higher version of ourselves, not quite cosmic yet, but it's kind of the aim. I mean, the cosmos is actually way past our crested avatar. And so that's probably not where we're headed at this time, if you know what I mean. Like, come on now. Joshua 12 was the last one to be fully Christed, beloveds. So we still have a long way to go to be Christed, let alone ba boom, 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 the big kahuna. So let's talk about the cosmos a bit more here. We still have other cards on the table to bring in as well to wrap this up. Remember, this is in the hidden realms. So you could just be going on about your business organically, authentically, going through these changes without even really putting any thought into it at this time. Or it's coming into the now. The awareness of the right amount of surrender at the right time, done so authentically and organically without overthinking it, planning it, every little detail, and trying to predict the outcome all in one go. That's the self-sabotage. But you overcome that. You overcame that. You are overcoming it. This new nest egg of rebirth is coming in for the collective. Oh, more light codes coming in with that gigantic corona hole that has been building for days now. I've been feeling it for at least 2 days. So to me, it's not like whether it's a before or after when you start to feel the experiences and the differences energetically. It's more like that's not up to us anyways. It's organic. It's not controlled. That's right. Everybody relax because we're not in control of anything except for the ability to transcend that false self, temper that ego, continue to work towards that self-development and self-mastery. Why am I not seeing the cosmos? Now I feel like I'm having deja vu and I've done this before. Oh my goodness. Funny. Good one. Always an ally, never a challenger. Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. A sign to place our attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember that all of life is creative and you're always co-creating with divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity and the vastness of the energetic exchange of consciousness influencing all living beings. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious. Even these types of yuck, yuck, yuck. It's a go until it's a no, and now it's a no. It's a beep, 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 beep to the no. Yes, what we are saying to is this. That's what I'm saying yes to. Upon looking at this card, creativity in all forms. Oh, you think the ash under my nails is offensive? Wait until my hands are like this deep in dirt. Doing a little, what would you call it? Self-development and preservation. No, not preservation. We're not, we're trying to expand and grow, and sometimes that even involves learning through others' perspectives and ideals. All forms of creativity, beloveds. Yes, like pie in the sky. There it is. I was like, what else was that reminding me of? Oh, yeah. It's not a moon anymore. It's a pepperoni pizza. Oh, it's a pepperoni pizza. Is that all in the sky? It's a pie in the sky. Anyways, moving along. And it's an ally, nevertheless. The principle of infinity, the vastness of the energetic exchange of consciousness influencing all living things, teaching us that every intention we set, in fact, contagious, with the power to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others from an individual level to a global one. This is a sign to remind you to open up the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. It's a pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. Some of you might be opening up like a brick oven pizza establishment, I just heard. Well, now. But getting back to the basics, though. Like, there was a time when, like, homemade stone-baked bread is actually good for you. Like Ezekiel bread. But it became so expensive. Like, But there are other alternatives. Oh, the rich flavor of roasted tomatoes. Anyways, moving along. Best of great fortune to whoever ends up running away with that idea or flying away with it, because it's all yours. Somebody out there who is hearing this is going to know what I'm talking about. All right. Something about making pizza healthy again. Everybody wants to make everything so great again. Let's make healthy pizza great again. There it is. And let's start bringing this to a close with messages from other decks. Yes, being more mindful of our thoughts and actions and how we're influencing our outer world. Taking action towards our goals, the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with all that you create. When the moon meets the eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. I'm not real good at rolling my R's. I'll have to work on that. Moving along. Yes. All right. Going into the next deck. So, speaking of that's amore, we're going into the Love Oracle for a few messages. Whatever comes out, comes out. Remember, at this time, this is energy that is in the hidden realms on its way out. Beginning with time, because that's where my heart led me. You are trying too hard, give it time. Beautiful. Oh, there's more. There's definitely more. Let's keep going. My goodness, beautiful images. I'm so grateful and thankful that I reached for this as it was placed on my heart. Someone has a secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. What else is in the hidden realms? When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel that way. New beginnings, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Notice how all of these love oracle cards are synchronizing with the original messages. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Interesting one. Yes. Ooh, and I already set my eyes on the one at the bottom, so we're going to go with it. I'm going to just use my, hold on. My ability to discern is what I'm going to use and cover this lady up. The message is, give thanks for the blessing of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Oh, and right behind that, there's more. There's more. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Ooh. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. And I'm feeling guided to stop there because I pulled from each end of the deck this time, and the colors and the imagery are similar, like the similar colors. It's just that on one side it's more, it's like the negative and like a negative image, and then a natural light image of the same interpretation Only this time, in this one, they're facing each other. In this one, it's not so much. He's just kind of looking off over here. She's looking down. But look what can be found within our own shadows, beloveds. So many golden nuggets and hidden attributes waiting to be discovered, and then, like coming out of the caverns, shared, realized. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. All right, now let's bring in some nourishment from this deck. All the green representing the heart chakra, but also notice the solar, or the the yellow. Solar chakra. Okay, anyways, going in. From the hidden realms, nourishment. From the hidden realms, nourishment. Okay. Avoiding allergens. Only craving healthful foods and beverages, but also this goes beyond that. Disclaimer alert, not a doctor, not a diagnosis, not a prescription, not a prognosis. I'm not telling you to jump on some kind of special diet or anything of that nature. Oh, no, 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 no. I believe in God protocol. Do what is best for you. I'm not your real dad. I'm just the messenger. All right. However, this card doesn't have to be so literal. It can mean being allergic to old ways of being, behaving, believing. That part. No longer having a tolerance for a lot of different things that perhaps you used to tolerate. Getting more connected with sunlight. Enjoy the benefits of sun in a safe and healthy way. Giving up your cares. Ooh. This is how I know we're drawing this message to a close. Giving our cares to the Creator. Surrendering. And giving up our cares is, it's the same thing. It means the same thing. Yes. Completely letting go so that we can fully be guided in our situations. Improving health. Thank you, Creator, for comforting reassurance about our situations. See, this is why I was saying, like, you don't necessarily take the name of the card at, like, superficial surface level value, okay? Calling upon, well, Creator for help. Thank you for your divine healing intervention. I ask you for your healing. You're really addressing your other selves. Inner authority. Hello, what did I just say? You're addressing your other selves. Indeed. Thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desires, and feelings. Well, there's the answer right there to everything else. Oh, and something involving our nutrition. which can involve anything that we consume. Anything, not just our diet. People, places, things, situations, so on, yes. So, in other words, turning our focus on, of course, foods, but also, other fulfilling things that support our optimal health. The closest that we can get to optimal health, anyways. All right. So, let's clean this up just a bit as we bring in some final messages from the intuitively created cards. At some point, they were messages that were meant for me to hear, regardless of how they were intuitively communicated, whether it was directly from source or sometimes our creator can communicate through other people, places, things, situations, signs, symbols, and synchronicities. All right? You don't have to agree with me, and that's okay. You don't have to agree with me. Just place the feather over there for those. And get right into this packet first. Just whatever we're meant to hear at this time from the hidden realms. So again, it's really more about what's coming in to them now from the hidden realms is basically how we're going to end up concluding that. And I think that's plenty. Plenty. Thank you for that which is within me and also greater than me. There is something within you that is greater than you. Protect your energies, hedge of protection. Stay shielded. Message for the seers, go be with thy mouth and teach thee. This involves embracing our voices. Light warriors, ignite. The fight of our lives was coming and we aligned ourselves to be a legend. Something to be okay, to feel good about. Not really boastful, but something to feel good about. Like, that's a heck of a W in the bag. Come on now. Ask the Most High for a vision of your life and the right actions in the process. You have a bona fide destiny. God's spark helps us co-create and manifest our destiny. Okay? There's that. And keep in mind that although I'm gathering up the cards, the energy is still here. And we have one more deck to go into. Whatever it is that we're meant to hear at this time that is coming into the now from the hidden realms. Oh, what's this? There is no real place unless the benefits are extended to all. Oh, there is no, I guess I was meant to say place as well, but it actually states there is no real peace unless the benefits are extended to all. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Apparently we were meant to hear that at this time. Yes. Just a bit more to draw this to a close. just a bit more to draw this to a close. Okay, I'm going to make one more pass. We'll see what happens. Nothing. So we're just going to grab about half of this big old chunk sticking out. Not all people stay forever, but the lessons, when integrated, last every test of time. Your sincere prayers will be answered once you command them into life. Every breath holds deep, profound awareness. Stay golden, be someone else's sunshine for today. Cutting losses and closing doors opens positive new doors. Be energy. Oh my gosh. Be energy. That synchronizes with something that I saw earlier in video. Oh my gosh. And the yellow of... and the yellow of the solar chakra, which also came up earlier. Oh man, there's more to know about this solar. Okay. Seed of gems. Okay, we needed to hear that. Oh. And be someone else's sunshine. So this means the collective, again, that's confirming that the collective has already moved past that self-sabotage. And now it's like the collective is being leaned into for us to be someone else's sunshine. But not just for today, even though the card says stay golden and be someone else's sunshine for today. They could be any day whenever you see this. So, finding balance between personal power and harmonious relationships with others. It's coming in. Allow me to share. Yes, that bee energy. Beautiful. Bzz, 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 bzz. Cannot be bought or sold. Not your Barbie doll. No. Bees represent true prosperity and higher ideals, beloveds. I know that much about a bee totem. As we cut losses, close doors, open new doors. Bada boom, bada bing. Capiche? All right. Wow. Let's reach for the kipper and draw this to a close with a little of the who, what, how, and so on. Spiel. Beloveds. But first, I have to put these away because this is a lot to just have on the table. So, These cards have not been cleansed yet, but they will be after I close this session completely. So again, the energy read from the cards will be still present. All right, let's go into the Kipper for some closing intel coming in from the Hidden Realms. Closing details, closing intel from the Hidden Realms. A main male. Hold on. Oh my gosh. You have to be kidding me. Yo. Divine counterparts. 1:11:11 on the timer. Oh my gosh. I'm not getting chills. I'm literally feeling this vibration in my face, in my arms, coming out of my hands. Wow. I just can't. Beloveds, this kind of thing doesn't happen on my channel, really. And having discussions about divine counterparts is not something that I really like to dive too deeply into either. But also with the solar plexus, so relevant at this time. Look at her letting in all that natural light. The drapes are drawn open. And he is seeing her in a whole different light. A transformative, transmuted light. I mean, like, and look at the rose. Baby. Something. But there are also those beautiful open roses on the table. Interesting. They're in two different places at this time, but not for long. For some of you, this could be happening right now. And I'll explain what I mean in just a moment. As soon as I start giving you the details of these cards. Co-protagonists. Yeah. The male significator and co-protagonist of our novel. The female significator and likewise co-protagonist. She's an elegant lady clad in a fine tea dress. He's a fine gentleman, a so-called man of qualities. something about meeting in a study or a studio. The first card was the main male. So that's the energy of the collective, beloveds. That's just how the story goes. So gender is out the door. It just is. We're all androgynous now. Okay. Kind of. So, moving along. So, the main male card encourages us to look after ourselves and to integrate our partner without being selfish. So, love the other co-protagonist without any intent or mindset or aim to change them. There's that. So, actually, if you are a male, then this is you. This card signifies the male querent. In a reading for a woman, he's an important man. So, it can go either way here. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Lost in reverie, but now concerned with the viewer. Ah. So, it's like, be it in business or romance or any other type of connection where divine connection is involved, divine counterparts here, divine protagonists. Oh my goodness. Oh, privileged lady and mature man. We're coming out with it today. The details. Doesn't mean it's happening today, but this is all coming out today. Which means whenever you hear this. I need to wet my whistle, wet my whistle. With some tea. Moving along. This is so good. Because the energy I'm getting from this right now is the kind of good rewards that we get when we just stop reacting to things. Do as the divine has told us and just stay in that element of grace no matter what you observe. And if you do reflect with assertion, still handle the situations and conversations with care. Because sometimes things simply need to be addressed. Especially for those who are awakening. And they're still like either in that kind of apprehension or maybe even a little bit frightened of what's going on, like all these energetic changes, these realizations, memories, remembering not just this lifetime, the loves come with it and come correct. let's talk about the privileged lady, number 12. The epitome of wealth, health, youth, beauty, charm. Someone who is fun, creative, and has a love for the good life and all beautiful things, beloveds. The female counterpart of the wealthy man. The wealthy man's not on the table. But since the privileged female is present and the main female is present, this could also be same gender, some kind of divine connection between the same gender, not necessarily of the romantic type, especially when it could be just a best friend, a sister, even a daughter. The gentle and comfortable ways of life, along with the mature man. So that's like saying that the main male, just because they're the main male, doesn't mean that they're the most mature, but they're still not the wealthy man. Which again, don't take the titles of these cards literally. This is an authority figure, a guide, a mentor. Oh. Okay. The main male. So the main female is the privileged lady, and the main male is a mature man. Look, there isn't really much to see beyond that, except that she's still not quite sure what's going on yet. He's pretty sure what's going on, but also isn't going to take any action unless she does, type of thing. And it's like there's still more to see from this main female. This mature man hasn't seen the best of this main female. He hasn't seen the archetypal essence of the main female, who is actually a privileged lady, and the main male is a mature man. But in some of your cases, the main male, or the person in that position of the main male, which is, give me just 1 second. Okay, yes, a man of quality who is also because it's the first card, it still represents all of us as the collective. It can also represent me as the reader. It describes where you are at this moment in time, what you desire, and what you should be aware of. It also encourages you to look at yourself and to integrate your partner without being selfish. That's the energy we were looking at. So, along with the energy of the mature man. which again is close to the privileged lady, so it's not a false person. You saw them come out and how they came out. And they came out very close to each other. And there aren't any challenging cards on the table at all. So this mature man is offering support to the privileged lady energetically. Again, gender is out the door. Don't even try me. Yes. Someone who is a mentor or otherwise a bit more well versed in some areas that also may be of some benefit. No different than you may be more well versed in other areas where you would be of some benefit as well. A wise person who may become important to you. Respect all persons of authority, but I'm getting this is someone who we will benefit from their wisdom, and in some cases you're the one that someone else may soon be benefiting from in terms of those golden nuggets. Now that we have people, like actual people on the table, let's draw this to a close with just a bit more. I just feel like this is like not even nearly enough to go on here to really draw this to a close. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Courtship in the upright. Whoa. And the number 4. 1111 already came out in this message on the timer. So now we have courtship, which can be literal, but not necessarily. Let's take a look. I would just leave it alone from there unless I was guided to do otherwise. Being open for a new person who enters your life, trying to meet people and searching for new contacts. Perhaps there is someone who will suddenly mean the world to you. In addition, courtship is an indicator for all private and public types of gatherings and meetings. So, getting together, either socially, romantically, or for business reasons. Some negotiating of some kind as well. Cupid's bow is unstrung. Oh, that typically doesn't happen until the arrow is so. Now that has me curious about something. Okay. Someone whose memories, it's giving Cancer vibes, but, and I don't mean the scary kind either. I mean astrologically. But not so much for the zodiac, the typical symbolism of the zodiac. But when I think of the symbolism of the Cancer zodiac sign, it resembles a yin and yang. So, ouch. And then that's what divine courtship to me is that divine counterparts. They may not be like um, the privileged lady and the wealthy man, but we still have the main characters. The main female is a privileged lady, even if it's, as mentioned earlier in this message, still a hidden attribute that is coming out of the hidden realms. Remember, we started this entire message with the theme of what is coming towards the collective out of the hidden realms. So, we have divine counterparts, a privileged lady and a mature man, who have been communicating telepathically and negotiating their terms in the astrals. And I have never been channeled that before in my whole life. Yep. And this is the privileged lady sitting back, but not being lazy, being patient, being in the flow, allowing that light to sink into her skin that much more. See, over here, she has a parasol and a hat on. But not because she's scared of the sun, but because it's part of her artistic self-expression, creative expression, which is also a huge theme right now, but being patient for all of that other to come in. I just heard you don't want to smother. So either some of you have been being smothered by someone, or you have been the one smothering another. Trying to impress yourself too much on them, and only you are going to know what that means to you. So that's where we're at with the message. Let's take a little bit closer look now. Yes, a pause, a waiting period. Observation, reflection, thinking things through, patience and non-action, which non-action is not to be confused with laziness. Oh. No. Time to hang it up. In love, indicating wishing for a partnership, but you still have to wait just a little bit longer. In professional matters, just be patient as time is working for you. Although this is a card of longing, it advises waiting rather than forcing the issue. See, like I just said, one of you is being a little bit more trying to sink them claws in. Better retract. I'm telling you. 3 months. 3 months. That's not my opinion. That's not me fortune telling. I'm just legit reading from the book. 3 months. The best is yet to come in about 3 months. And I can't go anywhere else with that. Oh. But I can close it with this. I can close it with this. Coming into... No! No joke. It's on. It's on. That's right. Mm-hmm. It's on. Remember, these came from the bottom. So this is in the environment. Great fortune and the wealthy man to draw this to a close. Look. We're going to take a look at the wealthy man first because it's in the book first. Otherwise, I know what came out first. Thanks. Thought to be of as a venture capitalist, banker, financier, or entrepreneur. Otherwise, as the handsome male counterpart to the privileged lady. So we went from this level of energy a 1 and a 2. And I'm facing this towards you because this message is also for you. Ooh, and the most potent. Great fortune. Great fortune. There's more though. Because it's not just about money. It's not just about the tangible, I can grab it like a $1,000 bill. Like, no. But so much more. It's not limited to that, beloveds. It can be a career move that is extremely successful. Okay? The wealthy man. But, look, this is twice now we have divine counterparts on the table. So what I'm really seeing here is whether it's in romance, personal, professional, any otherwise, it's an upgrade. Not a loss, not a downgrade, not a rejection, an upgrade. Beautiful. Yeah. Rational thought and well-calculated risks. Well disposed to the collective and granting us access to the old boys network. Rational thought, career success, business acumen, smart plans. But again, the privileged lady is on the table, so that definitely falls into play. This is a divine partnership, a divinely orchestrated partnership. Either way. Young and dynamic, wealthy and ambitious, divine counterparts. If I could just spit it out, 26. The most enabling, powerful, and positive card in the deck to close this message. Here on the balcony at the end of the promenade, we encounter the goddess Fortuna in marble, gilded by a blazing sunset. So what? We're not here to worship Fortuna, but there is a teachable moment and a message with this card and even the archetype. Okay, we're not meant to worship other deceased and otherwise not so deceased mortals. All of the significator's wishes are coming true, which is the collective, us as the collective, beloveds. Outstanding good luck, triumph, wealth, happiness, and fruitfulness. Everything's delightful and aligned with true purpose. Like the gift card, number 17, great fortune turns challenging cards to the significator's benefit, nullifying their harmful effects and intensifying positive cards next to her. So, intensifying the wealthy man and the privileged lady and the divine connection of these counterparts, whether it's business or otherwise, it's the big kahuna. Beautiful. There's more. There's more. Yes. The best card in the deck. The best card in the deck. And Spirit, sweetheart. Hey. What can I say? A very good period. Taking a chance on our opportunities. Great fortune doesn't provide comfort for the rest of our days, but indicates that we can hope for an improvement or a winning streak. Also announcing new perspectives and improvements in relationship matters, as well as satisfaction with our daily work. That's the best kind of fortune. Like, for real. That is like the best kind of fortune. All the significator's wishes coming true. Outstanding good luck, triumph, wealth, happiness, and fruitfulness. That's it. I gotta stop. That's it. That's a lot. That is a lot to wrap our hearts around, beloveds. So now it's time for us to draw this to an actual close this time. And, yeah, like if we really want to get sentimental when we're going into that self-care mode again, just think about childhood memories, artistic expression, nurturing. Also, no longer being that crab in a bucket. But we will defend the vulnerable. And that's the message. I love you so very much. If you made it this far, you most certainly are a rock star, because this is a long one, beloveds. I just want to thank you for tuning in with much gratitude and appreciation from my heart chakra to yours. Brightest of blessings.